Good morning, everyone. This is Wilhelmina Ford, based in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. I am the Extension Virtual Digital Office based here in Brisbane, representing Conakry, Guinea, Sierra Leone, and Mali. Now, as today we are still on coronavirus, the pandemic is really very cruel to us, and business is down, and the world is on panic right now. So let us talk about this precious item. Now, gold is a physical highest demand in the world. Gold has many uses. Gold can make into jewelry. Gold can make into faucet. Gold can make into spare parts on mobile phone and laptop. Gold can make into industrial, and gold can make into jewelry, and gold can make into refined called gold bullion 99.99. Now this raw material, which is unrefined, is very important to gold trader, and very important to the refinery, very important to the jewelry manufacturer. There's a saying, supply and demand determine the price. Now, there's a parable in business called, he who has the gold makes the rules. The government in West Africa is the one who makes the rules. Why? Gold cannot leave the country of origin without certificate of clearances. Now, Mr. Buyer, I do understand you have been searching gold for many years and many months. You're just comparing prices to prices. Yes, remember 2019, I warned everyone that gold price, there was a prediction that the gold will turn to 50. Last year, the gold was 45. Then I warn everybody that bank now, secure now, while the price is still affordable. I was not wrong. I was right. Then entering into 2020, the price was 50, then 55, then 60, then 62, 63. Today, the price of gold is 63,300. We are on July 30. Now again, there's another prediction that the gold will turn to 2,000 per ounce. I'm going to use my calculator. 2,000 per ounce times 32.15. It could be 64,300 entering into 2021. So, Wilhelmina is the one who shared the vital information first from the world market. Wilhelmina is the one who shared the vital information to you guys, because I would like to help you. I would like to assist you. Now, Wilhelmina is not really a broker, because if I'm broker, I will chase you and keep running around. Wilhelmina is here to assist you. Wilhelmina is here to tell the world that there is a supply available in West Africa. Africa is 98% gold produced in Africa. 50% of rough diamond produced in different parts of Africa. Conakry, Mali, Sierra Leone, Tanzania, Togo, Burkina Faso, Ghana, South Africa, Burkina Faso, Zimbabwe, and so forth. So Wilhelmina is the one who handles sales and marketing. I'm promoting African miners. I'm promoting Mineral Consulting Group of Company. I'm promoting the cooperative. I'm promoting cooperative of Sierra Leone and Mali. Now, Mr. Buyer, I do understand that you were being duped before. So welcome to the club. Wilhelmina was being duped. Wilhelmina was being scammed big time. That is the reason why I fired all of my sellers in Ghana. 2011, there was a guy called Salwan Kanwar, and he went to Ghana without me, because I was also naive. I trusted Salwan Kanwar and Heidi. So they signed a contract with us under Ancient Mining Company. And Heidi went to Ghana and acid the gold 2011. And the gold was really 22 carats and 95 purity that during the time. I did not travel. And I trusted them, so I monitored their movement. My services was not even paid. It was free. I spent time and long distance to monitor the movement. So the buyer and the buyer's mandate was really very careless. So out of 20 kilos, they cannot afford to pay the 20 kilos during the time, 2011. The price of gold was only $35,000, 35 or $40,000 per kilo. So on the contract, they signed 20 kilos. So Salwan Kanwar was really happy because Heidi was in Ghana. So he was dealing with Ancient Mining Company. So Salwan Kanwar traveled with Heidi again. So they meet my seller, the father of justice, and instead of 20 kilos, they were bargain and bargain and bargain. So they bargained on 5 kilos. Then on 5 kilos, they cannot afford to pay $250,000. So they only afford to pay $17,000 during the time. I have to tell you, and I have to share with you guys what this business is all about. This business is very complicated and very tricky. Now, I didn't travel. I trusted this buyer's mandate. I trusted the buyer, thinking that the buyer has the money. So the buyer hand carried the 5 kilos. He only paid $17,000. He did not pay $250,000. He didn't. So since then, when he arrived in Canada, so the refinery, they were supposed to deal with the refinery in Canada. And the gold that he purchased in Ghana, full of chemical component, meaning to say full of brass, the gold was only 14 carats. It didn't have 22 carats. So Salwan Kanwar was really abusive man. I did not travel. I just assist them to guide them, but they were very, very careless. So they brought the gold to Canada. The gold in Ghana, there are certain part of Ghana that gold is only good for industrial. Gold is only good for 12 carats, 14 carats, 17 carats, but it was not 22 carats. So Salwan Kanwar harassed me and harassed justice, and he blocked me. Mr. Salwan Kanwar, I have to reiterate it. I did not receive any single cents from you at all. I have not asked you any single dollar. I spend my long distance, I spend my time, and you owe me my services. But in spite of that, I'm very, very patient. Now I'm here to clear all the misunderstanding of Salwan Kanwar. Salwan Kanwar is also a scammer. Why he is a scammer? A buyer asking CIF, a buyer asking LC, he doesn't have cash. Yes, you have an asset, you have a solid asset, but you don't have liquid asset. So in Ghana, there's so many issues. That is the reason why I fired all of my sellers. I terminate all of my sellers' agreement. 2013, I did travel to Ghana. And I took Eric Blasco from Mexico and Marine Cortez. And he did sign the contract under AURUM Mining Company. And I arrived in AURUM Mining in Ghana under AURUM Mining Company because I was their mandate. And AURUM Mining Company paid all my expenses because I don't travel without any expenses. I am not a broker. You are using my services. My services has a cost. So, 2013, Eric and I met each other in Accra. And we brought the 50 kilos at Logistics. So from the village to Accra, AURUM Mining Company spent $10,000 without my knowing. So the seller didn't tell me that he paid $10,000 just to carry the 50 kilos with 2 armor cars, safeguard on the way from Accra to the village. And the gold was deposited at a security company while waiting for Eric. Then the gold brought to Logistics. Logistics is the best refinery during the time. So when the gold brought again to Logistics with armor car, because that gold was 23 million during the time. Eric Blasco and Mr. Marin have no money. So he cannot afford to assay the 50 kilos. During the time, the assay was only $50 per kilo. So since then, when we opened the metal box, Eric has no money to show the proof of fund. He is a broker to the refinery in Mexico. So the seller of mine was really angry with me, and there was a commotion. So I told my seller, okay, let us fix the issue. Take the 3 kilos and assay the gold. So Eric did pay $150 only. So the gold was returned to the metal box because Eric has no money. So we returned to the boardroom. And Eric was saying to my seller, Thomas Owaso, I understand your concern and your needs. Eric's needs is to screw me. Eric's need is to screw my seller. Eric doesn't want to talk to me after the assay, and he wanted the gold to bring to Mexico without any single cents. So lucky that my driver, Foster, was very loyal to me. And he said, Madam, I feel sorry for you. I said, why? Both sellers and buyers is screwing you. I said, really? So I was calm and calm. So I sent an email to the old man, the main owner, that I told the owner, how dare you? You invited me and you spent money for my expenses in order for you to assess the buyer, and you screwed me. A minute the 50 kilos leave Ghana, you will never see your money. So March 1st, the shipment didn't materialize because the old man stopped the shipment. And I told the old man, a minute the gold will leave the country of origin, either you're going to be murdered or your gold will not be paid. I was right. So David went to Russia. David Anim screwed me as well. He's the front act of AURUM Mining Company. He's the half-brother of the main owner. So David Anim went to Russia. He was missing. And the son of Nana called me, Madam, I'm going home. So why? Pop passed away, have a cardiac arrest. So why? What happened? I was talking to your father 1 week before. Because of David Anim was missing in Russia. 100 kilos. In this business, there are so many criminals and thieves and swindlers. So that is the reason why I created this online virtual office to educate both buyers and sellers that this gold is very tricky if you don't have the money. There are so many criminals on this business using gold because gold is money. Gold is a physical. Gold is the collateral. Gold is the investment. Without gold, the paper money would not printed without a backup. Meaning to say gold is very important on the world economy. Now, again, I left Ghana, and I don't want to market Ghana anymore. Now, in Ghana, there are 14 refineries. Ghana is the second largest gold producer in West Africa. I understand that. And there's also gold. But since then, the government noticed that the foreigners are thieves. Foreigners are taking advantage of the vulnerable miners that have no education much. The miners has not been helped by the government. So the government issued the warning that gold cannot leave the country of origin without full payment. So there was an association of ECOWAS that the country is losing money. $90 million a year Ghana lost income because sellers and buyers are screwing each other. They screw the government. They evade taxes. When you buy gold, there is always value added tax. There is always. Here in Australia, our government sales tax is 10%. That is normal. Everybody has to pay value added tax. When you buy something plus VAT plus value added tax. Now, in precious item, that is normal. That you have to pay the gold plus VAT plus tax. But most of the buyer thinking that they can only pay taxes, You bring the gold to his destination. What happens if the gold arrive on the buyer's hand? Either you're going to be murdered, Mr. Seller, or either you're going to lose money. So vice versa. Either the seller or the buyer will lose each other. Now, 2019, I went to Africa. I went to Conakry, Guinea. I took a buyer. The two buyer has been scammed before. One buyer was scammed in Angola, and one buyer was also scammed in Kampala, Uganda. Why the buyer has been scammed? It's really very simple if you are watching me. This is both educational, both buyers and seller. When the seller offer you cheap price, think about it. You are a stranger and you have no idea about the government rules. Okay? Now the government rules when you buy any precious item, you need to follow the government rules. It says the golden rules. He who has the item makes the rule. He who has the gold and diamond makes the rules. The government is making the rules. So therefore you, Mr. Buyer, you are following the rules of the government. You must follow. You must. And without the certificate of clearance from the Department of Mines, 100% you will be duped. 100%. If someone offer you 29.30, Mr. Buyer, that is only to trap you, to tease you. I'm not supposed to tell you, but I am here to teach you in order for the future buyer watching me that you're going to be aware that gold is not cheap price. Today, the price of gold is $63,000 per kilo. Now, I'm going to look at the world market at the moment. Just bear with me. Now, the price of gold today on the world market is $63,266, Mr. Buyer. $63,000. Remove that small amount. Round up to $63,000 per kilo. From 2019, I warn everyone, bank now, because the price would sky's the rocket. I was right. And no one believed me. Yeah, nobody believed my predicament. Nobody believed me. And most of you guys, like Bernard Melbourne and William Stevenson, he used to attack me on LinkedIn. Now, I noticed the gentleman from Scotland last night, he knows me 2 years, and he said, Madam, do you know William Stevenson? I said, yes, I know him. And he's been attacking me on LinkedIn. What a small world. I told this gentleman from Scotland, William Stevenson's letter of intent was floating around since 2013, and his letter of intent landed into my hand. And it used to be, William Stevenson was very friendly with me. And he's a very arrogant old man. He's just young. He's just only, during the time, he's just only 55. He looks like 70 years old. He's just sitting down in his computer, sitting down in his ass, thinking that he can get gold LC, thinking he can get gold MT799. Africa doesn't deal MT799. What a small world. What a small world that he's been roaming around and running around. Everybody knows Wilhelmina. And this gentleman from Scotland, I would not mention his name, he learned from me and I mentor him. William Stevenson says that, oh, Wilhelmina is a scammer. I don't know how much I scam him. He is a scammer. Mr. William Stevenson. What a small world, isn't it? You've been roaming around and your letter of intent landed into my hand and I threw it on the wheel bin. I would like you guys to define me the word scam. Okay, if you know how to define the word scam, then I would believe that you are really a buyer. But if you cannot define the word of scam and then you just use the word scam, you are one of the scammer. I will give you the answer, the word, the real meaning of scam. Lied, Mr. William Stevenson and Bernard Melbourne. I don't know you guys, but you've been attacking me, and Winka Dreyer and Nicholas and Derek Johnson. You are all scammer. Why? You have been floating around, offering, and offering, but you don't have an idea what is gold is all about. Now, the meaning of scam means lie, deceive, and deceitful, and manipulate. William Stevenson, you are manipulating the person in Scotland, and you took a lot of rubbish. And this guy from Scotland, he come to me last night. Wilhelmina, do you know this guy? I said, yes, I know this guy. He's a joker buyer. He's not a buyer. He's not. Because if he is a buyer, he would not float around his letter of intent. The real buyer would not talk too much. Only bullshit buyer. Bernard Melbourne and William Stevenson, they're all bullshit buyers. Excuse my language. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very frank and very honest. People doesn't like Wilhelmina because they are a scammer. If I am a scammer, I would not show my face. I wouldn't. If I am a scammer, I would not put the real procedure in order for the buyer to assist. Mr. Buyer, don't believe on those words scam, because if you believe on those people like Bernard Melbourne, Winka Dreyer, Derek Johnson, and Salwan Kanwar, Eric Blasco, William Stevenson, they're all scammers. On my page, I put everything so that you, Mr. Buyer, I don't want you to be trapped. There are so many buyers has been duped. So many. I meet buyers in Sierra Leone. I meet buyers in Ghana. I meet buyers in Conakry. So many. There was a gentleman from UK. And he said that he has an office in Conakry. And he said he has a license to export. So when I was in Conakry recently and in Sierra Leone, and he sent these 3 gentlemen to meet me. And he said to me, I have a partner. So the 3 gentlemen, 2 of them doesn't speak English because Conakry is a French, and 1 gentleman only speak very fluent English. It took me 15 minutes to interview them. And I told these 3 gentlemen, I know your partner. He's not a buyer. He's not. He's a broker. Yes, he has a license to export. You get the license to export, but you don't have the supply. You don't have the money. Just like when you open a shop, you have to register your business name in order to operate your shop. Yeah? And he has an export license, but you don't have the supply. We have the supply. We are the exporter. My seller is the exporter. My seller has the supply. My seller is the owner of the mining site. My seller owns the concession. And we don't deal buyer without invitation. There are so many buyers that have a license. Go for it. Bring cash and go to the village. Bring cash. In Conakry, 10 hours drive. Drive to Sigeri. Then on the way to Sigeri, you're going to be chop-chop. I'm telling you. Because you are buying money. When my seller got the gold from his mine, he hired the security armor car with guns in order to escort the gold, in order to bring to the city. But you are a small timer, you get the license, go for it, but we don't deal with you. Yes, because you are going to us to bring gold to your destination to leverage. You can only afford to pay taxes. Why are you going to pay taxes? You are not the owner. You don't have a license to export, right? You don't have a license to mine. Yeah? Maybe your license to export is fake. Because why you cannot get the gold if you have the license? Why? Something fishy here. And then another buyer, he said that there are 5 buyers in West Africa. Hey, Lazaro, good morning. There are 5 buyers that have license to export. Yeah? Come and see me. My question is very, very simple and concise. You are on the ground, Mr. Buyer. If I mention your name, guys, I'm telling you, you're going to be embarrassed. But I will not mention your name so that you will not be embarrassed. This video, this is my office. Look at my office. Yeah? The time here is 12 noon. I'm supposed to come live on the evening because I'm sure you're still asleep. Lazaro, what time is it in your end? What time? Lazaro is from Namibia. Yeah, he's a civil engineer. He works in the telecommunication. He's a good friend of mine. Mhm. And he learned from me as well. So Lazarus know me for 3 years. And he was been away for a while because he was busy. And now he's back to work. He's a civil engineer. He works at the telecommunication. But he loved to start. He loved to know about gold. That's why he's been visiting my page. And everybody is welcome because this is my online office. Now going back to this buyer that have a license. Mr. Buyer, if you are on the ground and you are floating around from broker to broker and the seller denied you, meaning to say the seller is not interested. The seller is selling his gold whatever the price on the world market. Now the price of gold today, I'm going back to the world market today. Just a moment. Now the price of gold today is 63 to 88.50. Okay? Now this is a refine. Okay? This is refined with its gold bullion 99.99. You can only buy that in the bank, on the central bank, less $500 per kilo. Now you are buying unrefined to a miner that who produce gold. I'm just explaining you here so that it's 4 p.m. 4 a.m. in Namibia. Here in Brisbane, Lazarus is 12 noon. I come early because I have so many inquiries. You know, every day I have email, and those buyer doesn't know how to introduce. I deleted it because there is no point to entertain if you don't know how to introduce. Now going back to this buyer on the ground, I met them recently. My question is really very clear. How long you been on the ground? Oh, I've been on the ground for 3 weeks. Have you found gold? Oh no, there's so many scammer. I see. This is my question. Real thing. When I met this buyer at the Royal Kulum Hotel, and I told these buyers, and together with this mandate on the restaurant, define me the words scam. Why you say that Conakry is full of scam? Why? That I'm here in Conakry and this is my third trip and my transaction has been successful. So define me the word scam. He couldn't give me the answer. So I told this buyer together with this buyer's mandate, you know why? The meaning of scam means you lied yourself, you deceive yourself, and you manipulate. Manipulation means you're asking for cheap price. You're asking to bring gold to your destination. And the gold would not leave the country of origin without certificate of clearance from the Department of Mines. And this buyer was stunned with my knowledge. And he said to me, bring the gold to central bank. Yeah, we will bring that, but we don't know you. We never know you are a hold upper. My seller has an office. Why are we going to bring the gold without knowing who you are? I will interview you. Now I'm interviewing you, but it seems that you don't give me the answer. This is what I have said to this buyer. If I mention his name, believe me, he's going to be embarrassed. But I would not mention his name. Okay? So I told him, we have an office. From the central bank to my head office, my seller's head office, 8 blocks away. So why not come with me? So no, bring the gold to central bank. And I told him, no. When the gold is, we brought in the central banks, the gold will not leave the building premises because the central bank doesn't want the gold to be swapped. We will bring that to central bank until you come to the office, until you inspect the gold, until you make a down payment. Then we will bring the gold to central bank, your commitment. Because when the gold will be brought to central bank and you didn't proceed, it is very difficult to take the gold out of the building. So therefore, when you come to the office and have the contract, meaning to say you are ready to pay the gold, then we will bring that to central bank to taste the gold. So that is my explanation. That buyer have no idea. Have no idea at all. Mr. Buyer, if you want to buy gold in Conakry, this is really very simple. The full corporate offer is online now. You click below. I will put everything. I want you to read. I want you to digest it. Don't rush it. This is not rushing business. Gold business is a very complicated if you don't have this. Gold business is very hard if you don't know what you're doing. Gold business is not complicated if you are a buyer, if you have the cash, if you are serious. It's not complicated if you are really certain buyer. You only stay in Africa 9 working days. Why, Mr. Buyer? When you read the full corporate offer, everything is in there, Mali, Conakry, and Sierra Leone. I want you to select, I want you to view all of this full corporate offer, which is under Wilhelmina's virtual page. Read it, video to video, digest it properly. When you are ready, then that's the time you come for conference, meaning to say you are ready to do business with us. You are ready to travel, and you are ready to sign a contract. Now, Mr. Buyer, it says on the full corporate offer, everything is in there. The carats, the purity, the origin, the mode of payment is FOB. On the first trial, we don't deal CIF. I want you to build your business relationship with my seller. Then on the second shipment, maybe we might consider. Third or fourth shipment, maybe we might consider. But on the first trial, it is very, very complicated. Very hard because we don't know you and you don't know us. So you need to build your business relationship before we will do long-term shipment, before we do long-term contract. In this business, there is always room for negotiation. There is. You are using Wilhelmina as your assistant, Mr. Buyer. You are using Wilhelmina as your servant. My services is not for free. I've given you free service online, but when I travel, yes, it's no longer for free. I am not a broker, Mr. Buyer. I am a marketing consultant and facilitator. So define me, Mr. Buyer, okay, broker and facilitator. There is a boundary on facilitator. A facilitator, he or she knows the business. A broker online, he doesn't know what he's doing. We are now on the social media. Internet is the best way on searching supply. There's a saying, supply and demand determine the price. Now, as I've said to you, Mr. Buyer, Africa is a rich continent. Don't underestimate in Africa. Do not underestimate that country. Africa has a 52 state. There are so many countries, small countries like Ghana, Zimbabwe, Burkina Faso, Togo, Mali, Conakry, Tanzania, Mozambique, Namibia, okay, Burkina Faso, Zimbabwe, South Africa, and so forth. So, Mr. Buyer, you underestimate Africa, you're going to say scam, scam. You are one of the scammer, really. To be honest with you, 100% you are one. I can tell you. Why? You're asking for CIF, cost, insurance, and freight only. So, meaning to say, you have a limited cash. You have to purchase the product plus value-added tax. Then when you come, this is money you are buying, Mr. Buyer. Money. This is money that you are buying to make money. You are going to buy solid money, which is gold, to resell it to your own customer, which is the refinery, to resell it to the jewelry manufacturer, which is the factory of jeweler. You are buying gold. This is for export. This is not for 1 kilo. Mr. Buyer, our minimum order is 10 to 20 kilos. This is for export. So if you are online watching me, oh, well, Amina, I want to buy 1 kilo. It's not worth it for you. Why? You have to travel in order to see what you are buying before you pay. There are so many buyers thinking that, oh, I can buy gold and diamond, 1 stone and 1 kilo. You would not get the profit. To travel alone, it costs transport. It costs your airline ticket. It costs your hotel accommodation. So it's not worth it. I would like to advise you, Mr. Buyer, start 10 kilos. You're going to get a small profit, but when you increase it, you will get profit. Every shipment, you will get the profit of 7%. You multiply that on 12 months, right? 7 times 12 months. Your profit is 85% or 84% in 12 months. You put your money, $500,000, $500,000 into term deposit. $500,000, right? Times 2.5% in your end, or maybe 3%. The profit is only 1,500 for 12 months. But when you buy gold, 84% profit. You increase that. Maybe 50 kilos, maybe 100 kilos, maybe 500 kilos. I'll tell you, you become multi-billionaire if you have the capital. You will never become multi-millionaire if you don't have capital. If you're just only using your saliva, your capital to leverage, it wouldn't work at all. I'm telling you. I was on the ground before lockdown, Mr. Buyer. There are so many buyers who has been duped. There are so many arrogant buyers also I met. But that buyers who's arrogant, it wouldn't work at all. Especially if you meet this lady. There are so many joker broker doesn't like Wilhelmina. There are so many buyers also doesn't like me. That buyer, he's not a buyer. Because a real buyer would love me. A real buyer, he would love me because Wilhelmina is giving a right direction. Those joker broker and buyers, small trader, they hate my guts because their direction is crooked. That is the reason why he was being duped, because his direction is not straight. Just like when you drive a car on the main road. When you drive on winding road, you meet an accident. In this business, yes, you will meet a financial turbulence. You will meet, I can assure you, I can guarantee you 100%. If you are crooked, I am here to explain to you because I feel sorry for you, Mr. Buyer. You and me were the victim before. I was a victim. Salwan Kanwar scammed my seller. Then he accused me as a scammer. I have not received any single cents from a stupid buyer. Salwan Kanwar is a scammer. He blogged us. Go for it. Because I'm also blogging those real scammer. Eric Blasco is the scammer. Yeah, when I was in Ghana, he went to Widja company, security company, and he was window shopping, and I went as well there. Lucky that he left me ahead of, I think 1 hour ago, and Joseph showed me the business card. Oh, madam, I meet a buyer from Mexico. So really? So who is the buyer from Mexico? When Joseph showed me the business card, Eric Blasco and Mr. Marin Cortez. Yeah, he screwed me yesterday. Yeah. So he didn't get the gold. Yeah. And Joseph said, how did it happen? Oh, he doesn't have the money. He's going to get your gold to bring it to Mexico. And then when the gold arrived in his hand, you're going to be tralala. So Joseph didn't even entertain. Can you imagine that? I am very, very honest, Mr. Buyer. Those buyer scared of me, well, you're going to fail. Because I'm telling you, you will never get the gold if you are crooked. I am here to guide you. I am here to remove all the negative, because Africa has been tarnished. Yes, Ghana is full of scammer. Yeah, that is why I don't want you to come to Ghana without any proper guidance. Now, Mr. Buyer, most of you are gonna ask me ask my advice. I'm not here to advise you, really. I'm not. If you watch this video, digest it. Because this video has a big moral lesson. Very big moral lesson. I'm telling the truth. This is my online office. I only entertain when the buyer send a formal letter of intent to purchase, coming from the buyer, that he understood what he's reading from the full corporate offer. May I explain again what is the meaning of full corporate offer? We offer you to sell to you, Mr. Buyer. The gold is 22.54, which is equivalent to 23. That is an offer to sell it to you. The purity means from 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. It's an offer to sell it to you. The origin, Conakry, Sierra Leone, Mali, is an offer that we are going to sell the gold to you. That is an offer. The mode of payment is FOB, bank to bank. That is our offer as a trial. So I hope you understand my explanation. So an offer, you understand, you read, you click below, you go through what is the necessary requirements that you are going to take out of the country after your payment. Commercial invoice you're going to be given. It says on the corporate offer. Commercial invoice, attestation, as a report that the gold is 22.54 and the purity is 95.96, something like that. The certificate of clearance, certificate of ownership, custom clearance, airway bill, shipping cost. Without that, I'm telling you, you will land it into disaster. You're going to be financially heartbroken if you don't read properly, because everything is in front of you. Now, Mr. Buyer, my extra service is not for free. I've given you free information because you watch my video. This is my virtual office. This is live. If you pay attention listening to this video, I can guarantee you, you will be successful. But if you don't listen, I can guarantee you, you are a loser. Now, I'm explaining about this gold. Now, let's talk about diamond. Diamond, there's so many buyer also been duped by the seller. So many. The buyer come to me that, oh, I was been duped in Sierra Leone, I was been duped in Zimbabwe, I was been duped in Uganda, I was been duped in Angola. Well, the reason why you were been duped is very simple and clear. Clear message to this video. The seller offer you cheap price. But the seller didn't tell you how are you able to get the Kimberley certificate. How? So he gonna offer you very cheap price, but when you arrive, there is a surprises. There was a gentleman. He lost $450,000 in Angola. And he come to me. He was with me in Conakry, Guinea. He was. Yeah. And he lost $450,000 on diamond. He was offered very cheap. He likes it. The stone is the best. But the seller didn't guide him properly. So he made a down payment without even explaining. So he was been waiting. The diamond was not given to him. So he lost $450,000. And there was also a buyer went to Sierra Leone. The seller did not even guide the buyer. The stone was a rock. That is the reason why, Mr. Buyer, I am charging you when I travel together with you. I am. My services is very, very important to your business. Very. If you cannot afford to pay my services, meaning to say you don't have the cash, meaning to say you cannot afford. Why, Mr. Buyer? If I am the buyer today, I would love to be with Wilhelmina. I would love it. Because Wilhelmina knows ins and out. But Wilhelmina's extra service is not for free. No. If you cannot afford, it's okay. You are not forced to pay my extra service. You're not forced. You travel and I will arrange your landing visa. I will arrange your order. But if there is an issue on the ground, do not come back to Wilhelmina. Because I already given you the warning. Sellers in Africa are fickle-minded, you must remember. They are fickle-minded. But if I am on the ground, believe me, you will not be frustrated. There was a buyer, and there were two gentlemen. They went to Sierra Leone with me. Yeah. And I will not mention his name. And he saw the diamond, right? And he went to the exporter's office. He loved it. He loves the diamond. And after the inspection, the government gemologist came in to revalue the stone. And during the valuation, the gemologist, because I asked the gemologist, and what is your position? He said, I am the official gemologist of the Department of Mines. So he inspect the stone. You know what the gemologist says? This stone is the best stone. The best. So even this buyer, he's also a gemologist, but their mind is crooked. So he likes the stone. And he asked the permission if he can talk to my seller. I said, that's fine, go ahead. So not knowing he has an agenda. So he has an agenda, he make a deposit. I'm telling you, Mr. Buyer, listen very carefully for this. This is for you. So he make a deposit of the stone. So he was being given a receipt. Upon meeting my seller, he go behind my back. He doesn't want to talk to me. Okay? So even though he doesn't want to talk to me, I communicated with my seller. I said to my seller, deal with him. It's okay. At least he proved that we are the real. So without him, I also went to the Department of Mines without knowing my seller. And also, I was meeting with other seller of mine. I interview the seller that I have. I have 3 different sellers in Sierra Leone. So I meet them and I guide them that you need to be honest to international buyer. This is what you have to do. You need to put the pricing and the tax because the Department of Mines will not issue Kimberley certificate. The 2 seller was surprised of my knowledge. I went to the Department of Mines without the knowing of the buyer and the seller. I took a taxi. So I pretend I didn't know what they're doing. So what happened? The buyer make a down payment and he's asking to bring the stone to Dubai. They are going to resell it to their customer. So Mr. Buyer, this is your lesson. When you make a down payment, your down payment would not be returned. Your down payment would not be given back to you. It's non-refundable. So make sure when you travel, you have really money to continue. You are making a down payment subject for securing Kimberley certificate. And if you cannot fulfill the full payment, because the Department of Mines will ask the seller, where is the receipt of payment? The full. If you cannot, then your deposit will take only for 30 days and it will be forfeited. So that is the reason why I am explaining to you, Mr. Buyer. You're going to be scammed. You're scamming yourself. The seller is not going to scam you. He would not tell you. Wilhelmina is telling you now. Isn't it, Lazarus? Wilhelmina is telling you now. Most of you are window shop online. That's fine. Compare pricing to pricing. You pay the stone plus tax 5% on the diamond. So, Mr. Buyer, did you understand what I'm saying? I think, Mr. Buyer, you're really, really a winner. If you listen to this video, and if you take time to listen to Wilhelmina, what the video, this is my online. You are watching live on my online office. At the same time, when I get out on this online, when I get the break, because I have to have a break time. The time now here is 1 o'clock. I'm supposed to come live around 7 o'clock in the evening because I'm sure most of you are still in bed because we have the time difference. In Africa, it's very, very late, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. Maybe, I don't know. I have not seen the world market. Now, going back to the gold, exactly the same, Mr. Buyer. The real buyer doesn't talk too much. Only bullshit buyer talk too much. You only stay in Africa 9 working days. Now, may I summarize, Mr. Buyer? May I summarize? Listen very carefully. I know you have been searching for gold. You're running around searching for supply, and you have been frustrated. You have been 100%. I can see it because you have been running around for ages. And I know you don't like Wilhelmina. Well, I cannot force you to like me, Mr. Buyer. I am not here to make friends. I am here to educate. I am here to sell. We are not friends, really. We are not. I am here to tell the world, here's the supply, here's the gold, show us the money. We will be friends if you're going to be on the ground. We will be friends if you are really honest. We will be friends if the seller will trust you. I am the key to your success. I am. I am the key to negotiation. I am the key to get the supply. Why? I know my seller. I've been to the head office. And I can help you to negotiate the price. And I can assist you to guide you step by step if you are a real buyer. Now, you must remember, our selling price is a spot price. Now, going back to the price, Mr. Buyer, going back, just a moment. Okay. Now, the price is at 63,255. Remove that 60, remove that 255. We'll run up to 63. 63, Mr. Buyer. Now, you are buying refined to the central bank of less $500. You are buying from us unrefined. Don't be confused. Because gold that you are buying, you never know, you might to make into jewelry. You never know. I don't know what you are buying. So you are buying unrefined. Less 5%. Remember on my video? Less 5%. Today is 63,000. Because I removed the 255. Less 5%. Mine, okay, 63,000. This is the selling price of 5%, right? 59,000, 5%. Now, remember a few minutes ago, I said, you need Wilhelmina to be with you as an extra service. Now, because I'm going to charge you my extra service to cover my airfare, my hotel accommodation, travel insurance, etc., I will give you back the 3% in total of 8%. Now, 63,000 times 8% minus 63,000 again. This is the selling price as today, July 31st. Now, can you see the price? On 8%. Now, you're a winner talking to me. Why? You're not going to pay taxes here. I already asked my seller. We just waive the tax. This is the price. We will waive the shipping cost. This is the price. We are going to waive the insurance. This is what my discussion with my seller last night. Because of the price is high, we give you a very good incentives. 57,960. It covers the taxes, the shipping cost, and insurance. Who is the winner? You are. You are a winner if Wilhelmina be with you. If Wilhelmina would not be with you, then our selling price is different. 5%. Use your calculator. 63,000 less 5%. Okay? Okay, 63,000 less 5%. This is the price on 5%. Okay? Which one you like, Mr. Baya? Which one? 5% or 8% Wilhelmina be with you? So you are a winner. You are not really giving your money away. You owe me a favor. Instead, why? I threw back the 3% in total of 8% on the price on the base on the world market. However, if you convince Wilhelmina, after you read the full corporate offer, you show me your business registration, you show me your importation license, you show me your passport copy, and your proof of fund that you have the value of your order. Yeah? Then we will send you a letter of acceptance on your order. Let's say 10 kilos to start with. 63,000. We're giving you 57, right? 57,000 times 10 kilos. This is the value of 10 kilos, 570,000. Do you have this 570,000, Mr. Baya? Yeah? I'm sure you don't have one. I'm sure. So you're going to fail. Because this is for export. You're going to fail if you don't have this on 10 kilos. Now, Mr. Baya, remember, if I'm going to be with you, I might pressure my seller to give you 10%. I might. So don't bank on it. On 63,000 times 10%, per kilo, your profit is 6,300. Times 10, your profit 63,000. Yeah? Yeah? On 63,000, right? I might giving you 10% if I'm on the ground with you. If, right? Right. So 63,000 times 10% times minus 63 again. This could be 567 instead of 570. So you are a winner. So where are you going to find a broker is giving you a very good negotiation? In business, Mr. Buyer, you will get the deal when you have a very good negotiator. What is the cause of buyers and sellers fail? What is the cause? Because you've been dealing with so many middlemen, and the middleman wants their commission. Mr. Buyer, you are not dealing with too many middlemen. You're not. I am giving you an incentive. The broker would not give you incentive. Nah, they wouldn't give you. They will see how much is my commission. No. I'm not asking you commission, Mr. Buyer. I am just charging you my extra service. We will talk about it when you come. Because my extra service is very expensive as well. The price of the product that you are buying is very expensive. My extra service is not cheap. Expensive as well. In return, I've given you 3% extra. And if I'm going to be with you on the ground, I can assure you, you will get 10%. if only I'm on the ground. But if I am not on the ground, yes, I might consider to give you 8% because of coronavirus. I wouldn't be able to travel. I would guide you, but you have to be straightforward with me, because if there is a mistake, don't blame Wilhelmina. Yes? The only thing that you will become successful, Mr. Buyer, is very clear. When you show your business registration, when you show your importation license, when you show your bank statement, start a trial, Mr. Buyer. Then you increase that 50, 100, 500. Don't be excited. Relax. You need to build your business relationship. I am telling you, don't believe on those buyer brokers that, oh, Wilhelmina is a scammer. Don't believe on those, because they are going to ruin you. They are going to brainwash your brain. I am here to educate you. I am here to guide you. I am here. So, Mr. Buyer, once you build your trust, my seller might consider to give you 50-50. Yeah, he might, because he cannot trust you. Ah, yeah, this buyer is a good customer. He pay cash. Yeah, we will consider. Yeah, but you have to come and meet the seller in the head office. Don't ask us to bring the gold to your office. It wouldn't work at all. It wouldn't work. I'm telling you, you're gonna fail. Believe me, 100%. Now, Mr. Buyer, I think I already explained it thoroughly. Those brokers, read it, you will learn out of this. This is my online office. You see Wilhelmina live. I would be back tonight. I just came in because I have the buyer that been asking who is William Stevenson. William Stevenson is a joker. He's not a buyer. He's just using false information. He hates my guts. He attacked me on LinkedIn. Yeah? Those people who blog me, I wish you good luck, guys. If I am a scammer, I would not show my face. Look at Bernard Melbourne. He doesn't even know me. He put me on his scam list. I don't know him. He's a scammer. He doesn't show his face. Yeah? I look at on his website. Yeah, this guy have no idea. He have not even been to Africa. He's not even closed the deal. Mr. Buyer, I've been to Africa. Don't travel if you don't have money, Mr. Buyer. Don't. Like Zamer. Zamer as well is another scammer. He has a huge network on Googles. Yeah, his passport plus banking details landed into my hand. He's asking commission. Yeah, and he doesn't know what he's doing. And all his network dealing with him, assuming, believing that he's really a real person. He's also fake. He blogged me, I also blog him. We are even. Like Winka Dore, she said that she has an office in Conakry. She doesn't have an office. When I look at her profile, her profile is vague. Yes, she has a picture. She's another scammer. As I've said to you guys, define me the word scam. Liar. He's a liar. William Stevenson is a liar. Bernard Melbourne is a liar. Winka Dreyer is a liar. Derek Johnson is a liar. Zamer is a liar. Salwan Kanwar is a liar. Eric Blasco is a liar. Yeah. I have to tell you guys so that you would not be a victim. Whoever the seller watching me, do not assure, do not also manipulate the buyer. Do not. Mr. Seller, whoever you are, I know you've been hungry, and this buyer is also hungry to buy, and the seller is also hungry to sell. Don't do that to any international buyer, because your country would not give a certificate of clearance. If you're going to sell below the price, the Department of Mines will seize your gold. The Department of Mines will stop you, and the Department of Mines will ask you, Mr. Seller, where is the receipt of payment cash inflow? If you cannot produce that, then both of you, buyer and seller, fail. Mr. Buyer, do not believe on the cheap offer. Do not. Believe me, Mr. Buyer. There was a buyer that he knows me for 3 years. He was being scammed. He went to Ghana. Recently, he come to me. Wilhelmina, I was been watching your video on YouTube and on Facebook for 3 years. I said, and then, why you just come? I was being scammed. I said, why? What is the reason why you were being scammed? I was being offered cheap price and I paid taxes and the gold didn't arrive in Dubai. I told you that before many times, many videos, but most of the buyer are also greedy. Mr. Buyer, I understand you are greedy, but greed doesn't work. Make sure that you have a capital. Start a trial. This video is a learning process for you guys. No one is explaining to you like this, none whatsoever. No. Can you see this beautiful lady in front of you, Mr. Buyer? Can you see this beautiful lady, Mr. Seller, whoever you are? I have my seller whom I handle it. Conakry, Sierra Leone, and Mali. Mr. Buyer, please don't be trapped with any offer. Please. I am saving you now. Talk to Wilhelmina. How much you can afford. And do not travel with no invitation. Do not. I can assure you you're going to fail. 100%. If you just traveling then window shopping, you want to find out, go for it. Yeah, go for it. But I would not advise you because I am not a babysitter. I'm not. I only put everything online. If you watch, you are a winner. If you don't buy from us, it's okay. At least you listen to this video. Isn't it, Lazarus? Lazarus has been watching me. He knows me. And he learned from it. And he said, Wilhelmina, I've been watching you for 3 years. I'm back because he's a busy man. He works as an engineer on the telecommunication. So he just want to explore his knowledge. Knowledge is very powerful, Mr. Buyer. I am the key. I am the gatekeeper. I can close the gate. I can open the gate for you. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good afternoon. A while ago was good morning. Now we are now 1 o'clock. I will be back tonight. I will give you the update on the price of gold today. Just a moment before I'm going to close. The price of gold, 63,322. Few minutes ago, it was 63,255. Now, by the way, before I close, Mr. Buyer, there's a prediction that the gold will turn to 5,000. Go on kitco.com. I want you to go on that page. It's really very good website. You can see the current event. You can see the movement of the stock exchange. I want you to read that. If you're really a buyer, don't rush. Take time because you're buying $500,000 here. A minute you rush it, then you fail. Just take time, listen to this video, and click which one you like to secure. Conakry, Guinea, Sierra Leone, and Mali. There's a link. I want you to take time. Don't come back to Wilhelmina if you are not prepared. I would believe you're a buyer when you're ready. So, Wilhelmina, I'm sending you the letter of intent. That's good. So, you know where to reach me? You can add Wilhelmina on Skype, on WhatsApp. Every video, there is a contact number, email, Skype, and WhatsApp. So if I am a scammer, Mr. Buyer, I would not be live. I would not give you information like Cuenca Dreyer from South Africa. She is a professional liar. She's on LinkedIn. Yeah, I look at her profile on LinkedIn. Her profile is vague. She doesn't have any information on her profile. That is a real scammer. Yeah, a person who hides his or her face is a scammer. I'll give you my last parable. Jesus Christ had 12 disciples, right? Judas, Peter, Thomas, John, and so forth. Judas, he betrayed his master, which is our Almighty Lord Jesus Christ. Judas sold Jesus Christ to his enemy of 17 sterling. So Judas is the scammer. I'll put that into your position today. You're one of the scammer. Why? You're asking, cheap price. You manipulate and you deceive. Judas, he deceived Jesus Christ. And nobody believed that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. But nobody believed. But I do believe him. I do believe that he is the Son of God. And Thomas didn't even believe either that his master was resurrected and went to heaven. And he's still doubtful. Right? And Jesus Christ appeared to Thomas. He said, Thomas, Thomas, blessed are those people who believe me that have not seen me. Buying gold, exactly the same. You're a doubtful, you're a liar, you are deceitful. Yeah? What happened? You lost money. So you are a scammer. Can you see the logic here, Mr. Buyer? I'm just giving you an example. Yeah? In this world, there are two kinds of people. Liars and dishonest. Like William Stevenson is a liar. Bernard Milburn is a liar. Salvan Kanwar is a liar. Zamar is a liar. Yeah? Eric Blasco is a liar. All of those buyers that doesn't believe me, good luck to you. There's a saying, show me your money and we will show you the gold. My seller was saying me when I was in Africa. Those buyers asking CIF on LC, Madam, they are beggars. We don't deal beggars. We have the gold. We have the mines. We are more richer than those beggars. Yeah, we are here to sell because he was given a license to mine and he is an exporter at the same time. But you guys, your eyes is bigger than $1. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good afternoon. Hi, Lazarus. Thank you very much. Enjoy the cup of coffee. And I'm also drinking coffee here. Thank you very much and have a pleasant good afternoon. I shall see you tonight.